It's Adam and Gimli from LUCIDPIXUL, because my cat is here keeping us company today. And welcome to the Painter's Hollow. A couple of days ago, I had the great pleasure of going to the movie theater with my son Lucas, my 13-year-old son, and thoroughly enjoying the movie The Amazing Digital Circus, after thoroughly enjoying the series on Netflix. And being there, watching this film, having that experience, but more importantly, paying really close attention to the packed movie theater that I was in and all the people ranging anywhere from, let's say, 10, 12 years old, all the way up to 25, 28, dressed up in cosplay, gasping at every revelation, and just being so deeply emotionally involved in the story. Wasn't only fun as hell, but it was also very inspiring. I'd say the thing that really touched me the most wasn't just the beautiful story and the animation and that very nostalgic 90s vibe 3D animation by Gooseworks. He just nailed he just nailed it. It really brought me back a lot. It was yet another example of how a human creation can touch so many people. That this one guy with a really clever idea who didn't take his ideas for granted, just going ahead and doing it and making it, kind of a Toby Fox type of story, that he put himself out there and there was an audience out there who were more than willing to receive it and get deeply emotionally involved in it and get completely obsessed with the fandom and wait with bated breath on every single word that came out of every single character, particularly Rex, of course, because everybody loves Rex. It was just such an awesome experience, and I just loved being in the theater with everybody and just being a part of that fandom. It was just so inspiring. And I think, yet again, it brought my mind and my heart back to a safe place emotionally. And I think it might be doing that for you too, if you've experienced the show or if you've experienced similar shows that really brought you into that happy place. The reason why I found this so grounding as a film and grounding as an experience is because it was ultimately a very human experience. It was one person creating something for people, those people seeing it and receiving it and being able to empathize with all of these different characters, their very unique nuances, their personality quirks, their strengths and their weaknesses. All of these characters in the show were inherently flawed. They were inherently vulnerable. They weren't perfect, and they did their best to navigate this uncomfortable reality that so many of us face. And the fact that this was expressed in the artistic form, the fact that this was expressed in an abstraction, not only figuratively but literally, because they're very abstracted characters, that it made it a more approachable and more digestible way to receive otherwise pretty freaking heavy messages. The themes that they touch on in the show are not easy, and the emotions that are expressed, the identities that these characters have, the things that they have to navigate, particularly Rex, are heart-wrenching in real life, aren't they? And it's amazing how many of us have to go through these hard times and have to deal with these harsh realities. And just being able to experience this, having this communicated to us through somebody else in the artistic form, I feel it gave almost everybody in that movie theater a sense of belonging. And I think that's the thing that us artists, us people, us visual and cinematic communicators, us video game producers, we can't lose sight of that. Because in light of all this bullshit news that we have to listen to all the time, that I'm just as exposed to these 6 oligarchs who own, they own 99.9% of the world's wealth, and these data farms that are destroying people's communities and ruining people's lives. And for what? What are we getting back for all of this financial abuse we have to put through? It can be incredibly discouraging. But very ironically, those selfish people, those self-centered, narcissistic, sociopathic trillionaires can't make a theater full of people gasp in joy or weep together or scream when something happens. They can't get a room full of people ranging from a whole range of different ages, from 10 years old to me, 50, maybe one of the oldest people in that room, I don't know, just to be so on board. Emotionally, socially, it just brought everybody together. Gooseworks just knocked it out of the park. And there's so many artists like that, independent artists. Toby Fox is a perfectly good example of that. Rebecca Sugar is another amazing example of that. Jacob Collier is another amazing example of that. People who just have this deep, rich sense of empathy. They've learned how to channel all of that emotion and all that life experience into an artistic form, be it musical, be it animated, be it design, be it through dance, be it through whatever, and just put it out there. And the reason I'm making this video for you today, my fellow artist, is because you have this inside you as well. I know you do. I know we all do. Remember, I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a teacher. I'm somebody who deeply cares about artists. I'm somebody who deeply cares about our future. I've dedicated my life to making your life as successful as possible as an artist. Emotionally, technically, socially, I'm deeply moved and motivated by the outcome of our lives as artists, in your life as an artist, in your life as a person. And when obstacles get in our way, artificial intelligence, wealth, bureaucracy, that doesn't belong to artists, that wasn't created by artists and isn't a part of an artist's mindset. If you expose yourself to too much of that bullshit, it can make you start thinking like there's no hope. It can really start to fill you with a sense of doom. Why bother? And I'm going to be straight with you today. If you're starting to tell yourself, why bother? Then they win. Then that bureaucrat, that trillionaire, got exactly what he wanted. That trillionaire is trying to fill you with a sense of doom. Why do you think assholes like Sam Altman and Musk, why do you think they keep going on about how this is going to be the end of humanity? Why are they, the people who are trying to make money off of this, why are they publicly stating that this can have horrible ramifications on humanity? This is going to be devastating. This thing is so powerful, I don't even have any control over it. Do you know why they're saying that? It's a fucking sales pitch. It's so powerful, even I can't harness its power. It's beyond me. No, it's not. It absolutely isn't. I mean, if you really want a perspective on what AI is truly capable of, and if you compare it to the human brain, do you realize that for AI to be able to accomplish the same thing that your human brain can accomplish, it requires enough power, electricity, and natural resources to drain a major city. And your brain can do it on less wattage than you need to light a light bulb. Put that into perspective. Why don't you chew on that one for a little bit? That your brain can do the same thing that an AI farm can do on less wattage that you need to power a single light bulb. That's fact. But the fact that a single human being with a single imagination, a single vision can put together this show, this song, this performance that calls an entire community together like the Pied Piper. And the thing is, everybody in that theater was completely on board. We were all on the same wavelength. Everybody who was in that theater all felt these deep, meaningful emotions. And none of us felt guilty for doing it because we knew we weren't being manipulated to feel that way. We were making a genuine connection with somebody who created this. Behind this creation was a real person. And because we knew it was made by a real person, it had pure value to us. And it will continue to have pure value. Gooseworks made it. He designed it, he put it together, he animated it. It gained a lot of popularity because it was awesome. Netflix picked it up and made a show out of it. And then a film was made about it. And from that point moving forward, millions of fans are going to take that and build this and grow this, like the community that we are, into something bigger, more beautiful, more meaningful. That Gooseworks' artwork no longer just belongs to him. It belongs to the world. And the world is embracing it. And that's one person and one show. Yet, how many AI-generated images have we seen out there? They're impressive. They're really impressive. Wow, look at that. And what, it generated in just a minute? Holy smokes, that's wow. Look at what it did. I don't see movie theaters gathering around some AI-generated photograph on Pinterest. Why not? Because by its very nature, it has zero value. What I want you to take away from this today, my fellow artist who's sitting in your room, in your studio, in a cafe with headphones on, sketching in your sketchbook or drawing something on your tablet or doodling on your iPad or whatever it is. I want you to remember something incredibly important. Never, ever take for granted the power of your own imagination. You are not some 12-year-old kid with no talent and who gives a shit. No. You're a person with very, very meaningful and very impactful experiences. And the fact that you're 12, or the fact that you're 25, or the fact that you're 75 means that you have a mind, you have a perspective, you have a vocabulary, you have a vision that can immediately connect with people in your age group, in your demographic, in your community. You have a way to communicate to them in a way that nobody else can. You have a voice. You're a part of it. Are you the popular kid? Well, maybe then you can share the perspective from the perspective of a popular kid. Are you the nerdy geek who would much rather just curl on the floor with the cat instead of hang out and drink with everybody at the party? Like me? Well, then that's your story. You're the person at the party with a bunch of jocks who are all drinking and partying and getting fucked up and trashing the place. And you just locked yourself in the bedroom next to the cat and you're petting him and having a nice little moment bonding with your little furry friend while everybody else is outside making a lot of noise. Are you a woman in her early to mid 50s experiencing perimenopause and wanting to go to the gym, but fuck, your hormones are not cooperating with you and it's very hard for you to lose weight and you know, you feel like shit, you're hot all the time. Jesus, you're always complaining that you're hot all the time and you just feel uncomfortable and you just don't feel right in your own skin. That's not tragic. That's your story. And you can channel that artistically in a way that connects with a very broad audience. That you can speak a language that your people, your community can connect with and give them a sense of belonging. I'm going to give you a very good example of this very type of connection. My dear best friend growing up, Jimmy Susan, is an artist. We grew up together. We grew up on the same street together. We're two NDG boys who grew up together, best friends. And I've watched his journey as an artist, as a person, as a man, as a husband, you name it. And he just published a book, his second comic, his full comic book. It's his story being a young Haitian boy growing up in Montreal, from Haitian parents, what it was like to grow up with them, what their story was, what his mother's story was, and his father's story was, when they moved to Canada, the experiences they had and the type of personalities that they had, and the men that grew from that, his friends, his experiences, his journey as an artist. And let me tell you, the Haitian community in Montreal can't get enough of it. That for the first time in the longest time, that there is somebody who is a beacon for that experience, that Jimmy has become a lightning rod for Haitian Canadians to have a sense of belonging. What he's done is so monumentally important. He could have, like a lot of us, think, who the fuck gives a shit about some young Haitian boy's experience? Who cares? Oh yeah? There's a whole goddamn community of it. There's interviews online. He's on podcasts. He's being commended by all these different people. There's Haitians, young and old, that are sitting there going, dude, you know, what you've done here is huge. And it's given an entire community a sense of confidence, a sense of belonging. It's grounding people. But he could have taken that for granted. One story I told in the past, kind of an interesting one, my own experience, was pitching a story to a studio here in Montreal about some old Slavic mad scientist character named Zygmunt, named after my grandfather, who ended up being saddled with a little girl he had to take care of. But he was an important scientist who had important scientist things to do, and he didn't have time to babysit a little girl, but then ends up falling in love with her and not wanting to let her go until some social worker comes and tries to take her away. And he goes from being somebody who didn't have time for kids to being somebody who was fighting to protect his role as a parent. That was the story. And it was just, I was just some fucking 16-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid who didn't think his thoughts, his ideas had any value. So I pitched it to a studio, and, you know, I signed some NDA with the studio and never heard back from them again. Now, if there was some backhanded deal that happened behind my back that I didn't know about, I don't know. I couldn't prove anything, but years later, Despicable Me comes out in theaters, and I'm sitting there going, wow, the parallels there are pretty spooky. What an oddly specific similarity we're looking at there. Now, worst case scenario, my idea was stolen from me. Best case scenario, my idea was good enough to become a blockbuster film that made multiple sequels that millions and millions of people have loved. Even if that was just a complete coincidence, which it very well might be, what I did learn from that is I took myself for granted, because I didn't think my story mattered at all. I thought it was just some kid making his first attempts at dipping my foot into storytelling, into the animation world. But it wasn't nothing. Somebody with the resourcefulness, but most importantly, the confidence to be able to say, hey, here's my pitch. What do you guys think? Whether it was his pitch or mine, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? What it taught me was, Adam, don't take yourself for granted. You're not just a lonely little guy whose ideas don't matter. They fucking do. And they still matter to this day. I learned that day that my ideas, I'm capable of creating something that matters to people. I just didn't have the confidence. And what I want you to walk away with today is confidence. Is the confidence in knowing that what you're doing matters. is the confidence in knowing that you should not listen to that voice that says don't bother. You should not listen to that voice that says, oh, fuck, AI is going to steal our jobs anyways. To not listen to that voice that says, I don't have the budget to make a film. Do it. And the more you do it, the deeper you get into this project, the more excited you're going to get, the better at it you're going to get, the better an artist you're going to become, the louder and more confident and more meaningful your voice will become. The only tragedy that can come of your life as an artist is for you to not bother. It's for you to give up. It's for you to think that you don't have any value. And I'm here to tell you right here and right now, your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, your voice, your story, however you want to share it, however you want to say it, it has, it is, and it always will be incredibly meaningful to people who can relate to it. You don't need to get 6 billion likes on something. You don't need something to go viral. You just need to make a genuine connection with people that can relate to your story. That there are people out there that need to feel a sense of belonging, and you can provide that to them. Don't wait for them to accept you. You create a world for them to find acceptance in. Okay? With that said, I love you all with all my heart. And happy painting. Take care.